Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the True Sweet Hide podcast. I really appreciate you guys being on here for another week. Today's guest is Eston Swaby. He is a mindset coach that helps entrepreneurs release their inner warrior, money fears, self doubts, and limiting beliefs so you can scale your business. He also believes that there is a greatness inside each one of us, and to fulfill the purpose we were created for and to tap into the greatness that is in us, we must first believe in ourselves. So I am really looking forward to share his story with you. And I thank you for being on here, Eston. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for already having me on your show. It's great to be here, and just
Absolutely.
looking forward to sharing a lot of tips with your audience or
Yes,
listeners.
thank you so much. Now, your story is a powerful one, and I wanted to touch on how you grew up. How you had mentioned that you grew up not really believing in yourself and just hating your life. And I know that with some of the listeners, we can relate to that hardship. So, could you share a little bit about that?
Okay, that's so. Okay, so growing up, I grew up in in a small community, a very limited environment. To that, there are a lot of people. There are people they weren't really going after their dreams. They were just basically existing, basically just going through the motion, following a script that was passed down to them by their parents. So I grew up in that environment, and for most of my life, I was rejected. I was told that I was not good enough. That when I told my dreams, they basically told me that I would never live my dreams. I would never become anything good in life because of where I was coming from and because who um, my parents were and the environment that I lived in. Because they're really my dreams. There weren't really anyone that were in my family that were really doing some of the things that I wanted to do. And even now, I've surpassed my family, my parents by far. I'm the first person in my family to publish a book, to graduate from university, to start a business, and a lot of different things.
Wow.
And so I grew up really being told that I was not good enough, that I would never achieve anything good in life. And it reached to the point where I hated my life because of all the things that I was going through. I hated everything about my life. I remember looking in the mirror and all I could see was a failure. All I saw was someone that was not good enough, someone that would never come to anything good in life because of all the stories that people were telling me. And I reached a point where I wanted to commit suicide. I wanted to tear my own life because I was saying to myself, if my life is like this now, I don't want to see tomorrow. I don't want to live to see another day because all I was living for was just to go through pain, just to live a miserable life. And so I never wanted to go through that anymore. So I thought about
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
in the mirror, all I saw was a failure. All I saw was someone that was dysfunctional, someone that could not, that was not good enough, that will never really achieve anything. That someone that had big dreams, but will never achieve any of them. So that's how I saw myself because of all the negative, all of the things that people are saying about me. People
Mm-hmm.
laughing after my dreams. I have friends who said that you'll never come to anything, that you are not good enough. And so I started to internalize all of that all of the things that people were saying about me. And then my environment wasn't really um, helping me to really think differently. As I said, I grew up in a very limited environment. And so I thought that, you know what, the best thing for me to do was just to not to live, just not to live, wake up to see tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Just to, so I wanted to take my own life because of all the pain, because of how I was feeling on the inside. On the outside, I was smiling. On the outside, I was acting as if everything was okay. But on the inside, I was dying. On the inside, I was bleeding. And no one saw my pain. No
Yeah.
one saw that I was really going through some stuff. And all they saw was like the mistakes that I was that I was making. All they saw was the thing that I said that was not really. And so that's all they saw, but they never saw the reason behind my behavior. And so that led them to criticize me even more. And yeah, so that's basically part of my story. And how I reached to where I am now was that I remember I went somewhere and there's this gentleman that I really respect. And I remember him saying something to me that changed my life. He said that, Eston, you are a mighty man. Yes, you don't believe it, but you are a mighty man. You are more than who you say you are. You are more than who people say you are. And when that person said it, I wanted to just shout out, hey, you are crazy, man. You don't know what you're talking about. But because of who said it, I said, maybe there's something to what this person is saying. What if I start, what if I do not allow what people are saying about me to define me? What if I start thinking differently, started believing in myself? And so that's what happened. So I started to invest in myself, buying books, reading books, buying courses, and so forth.
That's incredible. And how, so what were these dreams that you were trying to tell people about that they didn't believe it? What did you want to do? What were you thinking?
Okay, I was always telling people that going to go to university, get my degree, um, want to become a psychologist, and that was my dream growing up. Growing up, I said I wanted to become a psychologist, and I wanted to go to a particular university, University of the West Indies. First, people were basically saying that you'll never go there. Who are you to even have such dreams? Said I wanted to become an author. They said I will never become an author. So those were some of the dreams. When I started when I decided that I wanted to become a speaker, they said that I could never become a speaker, that I was not good enough. So these are just some of the dreams that I had that people said that will never come true.
So how old were you when you had these visions in your life?
I was a teenager,
Mm-hmm.
um, probably about in this eighth grade, about 13, 14 years old.
Wow,
So,
that's incredible for being that age to have such high hopes, such dreams, and that vision, that goal in life. That's huge. And so, how long did that last for? When did this person come into your life and tell you exactly what you needed to hear?
when I was about 20, 26 years old,
Wow. So
um,
you lived with this self doubt for over 13 years.
yes, pretty much. And there were lots of issues that really compounded um, everything that caused me to really be living in a box
Mm-hmm.
of my own making. And so this person came along at a point where I just wanted to give up on life. I just wanted to just go to my bed and then wake up the next day.
Yeah.
And here was this person that I really respected. said that Eston, you are good enough, you're valid. And see, sometimes all we need is just someone to believe in us. All we need is someone just to come along and to disrupt our story, to tell us that we are really good enough and that we are valid.
Absolutely. The one the one quote I that stood out for me when I read your email was, the world needs your gift. Don't let what's inside of you die. That is so powerful.
Yes, all of us, we were created. When we're created, we're given gifts or a gift. All of us, there's a purpose why we were created. Just like the laptop that I'm using right now or the microphone that you are using now, it was created for a purpose. It have a purpose. And if I'm sure that microphone that you are using now, if it stop working, then you're gonna get rid of it
Yeah.
because it stopped serving its purpose. This
Yeah.
laptop, if it stopped working, I'm gonna stop using it because it's no longer serving its purpose.
Right.
And so that's the same thing with each one of us. All of us were created for a purpose, and to fulfill that purpose, we're given gifts. And it's our duty, it's our job, it's our role to really find out. Okay, what is my gift? Why was I created? Why was I put on this earth? And what can I really do with this gift? What can I really? How can I really fulfill my purpose? And
Right.
yeah, so it's our job to just go there and true success comes when time we fulfill our purpose. Success is not about the amount of money that we have. It's not about how many clients we have. It's not about the car that we drive or the house that we live in, or the material things that we have, or how many times per year can you visit another country or sleep in a hotel or whatever it may be. True success in my I believe that true success comes when we are able to say, okay, this is my purpose. This was why I was created for, and I'm going to fulfill my purpose. That's what to me that's what true success is. Because how can you say that you are successful if you have $1 million and you're living a miserable life? How
Yes.
can you say that you are successful and the last time your son saw you was 3 weeks ago and just for 2 minutes? How can you really say that you are successful then, and you're doing something and you don't really enjoy, you don't really love it? You are miserable.
No, I absolutely believe that. And I appreciate that you brought that to light, because there are so many people out there that are just making the money, but they're not truly happy. They're not doing what they truly want to do. They're just settling because of the money, the amount that they're getting. And it's just not, that's not really happiness. It's serving others, it's fulfilling your dreams, it's fulfilling your purpose. So yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly. That's very powerful. And
Yeah.
so now you are a success coach, an author, and a motivational speaker. So congratulations on that, and for pushing through, and for that person that came into your life right when you needed it. It's amazing when that happens. And
Yes, and before you said, we all need to be that person to someone else, because there's someone that needs you to say a word, to say someone that needed to say, you are good enough, you can do this. So we need to find. So all of us, we need to say that to someone, to be that to someone.
yes, yeah, I know. I thank you for being here to be that for someone else. Even though you went through all that hardship and the struggle, you made it out, and now you are that person that you wanted to be. So that's truly remarkable. It's amazing. And so
Okay,
now,
thank you.
Oh, you're